Hello, I'm a few minutes late. Had some honeydews had to take care of here at the house. Let me get this Facebook thing straightened around so that we can broadcast there. Let's go to privacy, make it public. Done, bam. And we are live. We are live. We're broadcasting on Facebook and we're broadcasting on YouTube as well for all you YouTubers out there. It's a little dark in here. Sorry, one of the lights went out on me. And here I am. And I am not going anywhere to try to find tube lights tonight. So let's get this thing kicked off. We're going to talk about some stuff tonight. And yeah, let's get this thing rolling. And let's get it started right now. All right, so here's the deal. Here's the deal. First of all, I want to go to the very bottom comment I put on the comment section about the Great Divide. So here's my take on it. And you see it more so today than ever before is the Great Divide of number 44. Got us all divided against each other, fighting amongst each other. My gosh, if we could all unify on stuff, it would be dangerous. Hey, Matson, Red Life, welcome you guys. Appreciate both of you joining us here. Everybody that's on here, thank you for joining us. We're going to talk about some stuff tonight. I don't know, man. It's been crazy lately, and I'll tell you the part that really bothers me. And I was just talking about the divide and the division amongst ourselves, and we have a whole group of people that have taken on America, and they're Americans, and they call themselves Democrats. Now, here's my deal. The Democrat Party of today is not the Democrat Party that our grandparents and, generations back, it was set up so that there's opposing forces, right? And you can work together or work against each other, whatever, to come to a common ground, a common agreement. While today, the Democratic Party, as far as I'm concerned, they're domestic terrorists. They're against everything that America stands for. And so you have that portion of the people, and then you have the other portion of the people. Sorry, the lighting. I've had to turn on some lights. Like I said, my light up there went out. I think it's a ballast. But so opposing each other, which is great. You got to have opposition. That's what makes the world go around, right? Everybody can't just be yep in agreement with everything. I get that. I do. I get it. But the part that I don't get is why we have a group of people that have gone so far left that their goal is to destroy the freedom that we have, destroy the free country that our forefathers fought, gave blood, gave life for us to have. I don't get that. It don't make any sense to me, folks. I don't know, man. It's confusing me. And I try to stay on neutral ground, but we can't. We are so close. Yeah, I don't think the majority of the American people, maybe not the majority, but there's a great bunch of the American people that don't realize how close we are to becoming a third world country. We have to stand up. We have to speak out. If you look around at the things that are going on, we're already losing our First Amendment. You get on any of these social media deals and say something that doesn't go with the mainstream, and you're blocked, you're banned, you're put. Facebook jail's the biggest freaking joke I've ever heard of. Twitter jail, being banned from Twitter. What do you mean? What did you make the platform for? Oh, yeah, that's right. I get it. For the left to be able to push their agenda and down everybody's throats, right? Because if anybody opposes or tries to speak out or speak up, then they're banned for life. I've got friends that I follow on here that are banned from Twitter for life because they speak the truth. Man, it is crazy. On mainstream media, oh my gosh. If you send an article that came from any of the mainstream media, I'm going to laugh and delete it. I don't even open that shit and read it anymore because it's so far gone, so far-fetched, so far leaning in the direction that I don't want to see my kids and grandkids, more so my grandkids probably, living in a world that's a third world country. We were born in America. We live in America, the free, the land of the free because of the brave, right? And we still have brave people out there, brave men and women out there every day fighting for our freedoms. It's not free. It doesn't come free. It comes with a lot of blood, a lot of tears, a lot of lost lives. Man, I got to tell you, I got to throw this in because I don't know where I'm going to go with this talk tonight, but it's going to go far. I do not like war. I wish that we didn't have to go out and kill people. Okay? Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to do that. And nobody understands that more so than somebody that has signed a blank check that has given their life for other people's freedom. Nobody understands that more than somebody that's been in somebody's sights. Nobody understands that more than somebody that's had somebody in their sights and had seconds to make a split decision whether to squeeze that trigger or not. Nobody wants to be there. I get it. I get it. I'm not a fan of war. I don't want to just go out and kill people. Hell no. But I'll tell you what, if somebody's killing us, we need to take care of the problem. We have to. Why should I stand quietly and let my family, my friends, my neighbors, their kids get blown up, killed, gunned down, beheaded, and not take action? I don't get that. I don't get that. So if let's go back to our high school days, or not even high school. Let's go further now. Let's go to grade school, middle school. And you had those bullies that wanted to beat you up and take your lunch money. And you didn't do anything about it. And then tomorrow you come to school and those bullies corner you again, beat you up, and take your lunch money, and you don't do anything about it. The next day, and it goes on and on and on, okay? Until you stand up to those bullies or that bully and do something about it to stop them beating you up and stop them from taking your lunch money, it's going to continue. Well, we can go back. I did some really quick research. Like I said, I had some honeydews. I didn't have a lot of time to prepare for this. I've been thinking about it all day, though. Back to about 1978 and all this war over the oil and the terroristic bombings and the killing of Americans by the Iranians, Al Qaeda, all of that terroristic activity. Okay, I'm lost for what I want to say right now. It goes back a long time, And for a long time, we've sat back and tried to make peace by being amicable. I'm being amicable. Let's just get along. Everybody, we just got to get along. And then they bomb the embassy. They bomb this. They bomb that. How many roadside bombs has our military men and women ran over and been killed by? How many times has American citizens had their hotel blown up in those countries and killed, maimed, dismembered? We have servicemen, servicewomen that fight for our freedoms all over this country that are missing limbs. Amicable isn't working, and that hasn't worked. And they're still killing us. Why is that okay? Why? And I'm looking for answers. You guys, thanks for joining me. All you guys on here, hey, I can't address everybody. Let's see, Rodney, Red Life, Justin, Syracuse's Nose. Hey, everybody, welcome to the show tonight. Glad you joined me. Let's have some ideas. Let's have some input. Let's figure this stuff out. Help me. But back to where I was going. Why is it okay for them to kill us? Exactly. I'm going to throw this one up here because that's where we need to go and ask the questions. So why do they hate us so much? Here's my take on it. Western civilization is a Christian nation, right? That goes against their belief, if you will, with their Allah and die in the name of Allah and kill the Christians, the Jews, take out Western civilization as they know it. That's what I'm thinking. Hey, Dean, welcome, brother. Thank you for joining. So that's my take, is why they hate us so much is because we stand for everything that they oppose, right? And freedom. And I read an article the other day, and it wasn't the other day, it was just last night. And the article went something like this. I didn't save it. I should have saved it. But it went something to the effect that the regime in Iran is going door to door, knocking on doors, wanting to know if the people are going to go to the funeral, Soleimani's funeral. I think it was on Rush Limbaugh. Now that I think about it, I think that's where I heard this. If they oppose, they're not going, their head stays at the house and their body goes to the funeral. So, okay, I get it. If you don't do what they want, they kill you. They kill their own people. They don't care. They don't give a shit. They don't give a crap. They kill their own people. And because they're not following the dictator, right? Why? God, it makes me scratch my head. Why, living in a free country where if something happened and one of our leaders lost their life, we wouldn't be forced to go to that funeral. If you wanted to go, you would go. If you didn't, you wouldn't, and you wouldn't die for not. Why would you want to give up that freedom and live in a place that you don't follow what they want you to follow? They just kill you, kill your family right in front of you, your kids. Man, I don't get it. I don't get it. And we have American people that side with that. And that's what's got me all crazy today. Just listening to the radio and talk radio and stuff, and listening to the things that are going on. And then you see all the stuff on Facebook. Now that you take, it's Facebook. Okay. So is it true or not? I don't know. You know, Facebook's got its little fact checker up there. If you put anything that's anything right wing, you get a fact checker on it that says fake information. You don't get any on all the other stuff. But what I do is I look at the source, I look at where it came from, and then I after reading it and the source, and you make a decision if you believe that piece or not. It's pretty sad, because that's what mainstream media has done for us. You can't trust any of the main news outlets that we grew up getting our information from. When I was growing up, oh my gosh, in our house, and still to this day, my father has passed away, but my mother, to this day, she watches the news, and it is the gospel. She gets in an uproar over what President Trump, man, the stuff that they say on there is crazy. It's crazy. But we grew up in a day when that's where we got our information. And that information over the years has gradually been indoctrinating us, trying to get us to think one way. And about the time we figured all that stuff out, all of a sudden we started having all this censorship. Yeah, censorship. I'll say it one more time. Censorship. We are being censored. All of us, everybody, you're being listened to, watched. This is kind of funny, because we all have these doggone smartphones, right? And we're kind of married to them these days. I wish we could go back to the day when I was a kid riding my bicycle, and I never dreamt in those days that we would be where we're at today. Man, we just liked everybody. Yeah, everybody got along. Nobody asked if you were Democrat or Republican. Nobody cared. We just got along. We had differences. Yeah, you had differences. And at times you went behind the church, across the street from the school, and you punched each other in the nose a few times. Maybe you got your shirt tore or something. You got done. You shook hands and went your separate ways, and your differences were solved. Am I advocating violence and punching in the nose? Yeah, if that's what you need. So it works. It works. But that's how we dealt with the problems. So we didn't have cell phones. We didn't have all that stuff. Now, everybody's arguing with everybody on social media. It's crazy. There's no more punching in the nose. Now it's keyboard warriors, right? And, everybody's got something to say about something. I do too. I got my stuff to say, and I'm doing it right here. And I'll get on there and I'll type if I need to, or if I feel like I got something to add. The thing I don't want to do is freaking just attack. We're better than that. We don't need to attack each other to solve our differences. Now, let me go back. Let me look. Let me catch up on some of these. I get talking and I don't look at these. They don't understand why we've been prosperous with freedom. The only no force. They hate the fact that it works. Exactly. Well, and it's governmental control, right? The regime. They have to be in control. And that's what I don't want to see happen here. And that's what they're trying to do with us. That's what these new age Democrats are trying to do. Force us into, okay, take our guns. They're already working on our freedom of speech. Go try to put something in the newspaper. Go even call in on the talk radio station and say something you don't like, and you're going to get bleep. You're going to get disconnected. Censorship is at an all-time high. We are censored on everything we do. I got so many friends that get deleted on Facebook on a regular basis. I've got some that have had their YouTube accounts deleted. And it's not because they're producing bad material. They're producing real life truth that goes against what they want us to be talking about. We're not all going to talk on that side. We're not. Why can't we have an opposing view? I don't get it. I also, and I said this a while ago, I don't get why the new age Democrats hate America so bad. I know, I get it. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I can cut butter pretty good. And I know why they hate President Trump so bad. It's obvious. It's obvious. It shows its ugly head every day. And that is because he opposes. He stands for America and our freedom, having free agency, having the right to speak, having the right to keep our guns. You know why they want our guns so bad? If you don't know by now, man, I don't know. If you don't know, I don't know how to help you. They want our guns so they can control us. That's the only thing that stands between us and a tyrannical government. That's the only thing that stands between freedom and not being free. They want them. They want them bad. They keep saying, oh, we need more gun laws. We need more gun laws. Oh, man, we need background checks. Holy hell, people, wake up. Go try to buy a gun. Go try to buy a gun 15 years ago. We have background checks. They've been in place for a long time, and yes, they utilize them. I have no problem with a background check. Every time I buy a gun, I get a background check. Everybody does. People who have concealed carry weapons permits have been through a very thorough background check. Fingerprints sent in. That's not the problem. The problem is the criminals, the people that are out shooting stuff up, the people that are out burglarizing, armed robberies, drive-by shootings, stick-ups, shooting somebody innocent. They don't have to go through the background checking system. Let me say it again. They don't go through the background checking system. They're criminals. They don't go to the gun store and buy their guns. You can put 6 million more laws on top of the 4 million that's already out there. And I don't know, I'm just guessing. There's a lot. There ain't that many, but there's a lot. On top of those, and it's not going to solve the problem. That's not what it's about. They want the guns so that they can take your freedom, my freedom, my kids, my grandkids. I want my grandkids to live in a free country. I want my grandkids to grow up like I did. The world, me, my generations grew up in is gone. It no longer exists. I want that back for my kids, my grandkids. I don't want them to live in a third world country. They weren't born to live in a third world country. I don't want my free country to turn into a third world country for them. Makes you wonder if the back on the news here for a minute, paid for by the Democrat. Yes, it is. Yeah, you're right. It is. You know it is. It's bought and paid for. A lot of these protesters that are out there protesting. Now we have the American people that still believe in the Democratic Party, and we have some protesters, but I'll tell you what, a big number of those protesters are bought and paid for with dirty money. Yeah. Our Constitution was put in place to stop this. We, the people, with our guns. I'm kind of having to censor this one a little bit so I don't want to get kicked off of social media. They said the Democratic Party would try and take away, it was put in place, our founding fathers knew. Yeah, they did know, and that's why the government's set up the way it is. That's why we have the Electoral College. That's why we have the Constitution, the founding fathers knew that one day our government would get too big and want to take total governmental control. And that's where we're at. So the whole speech today, I want to hit that real quick. I was impressed with this President Trump's speech this morning. I think he did a very good job at presenting that. He made no bones. I don't always, now people are like, oh man, you're a Trump lover and blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not. I am not a Trump lover. I can tell you that. I don't always like what he says, but I'll tell you what, I do love America. I do love this country that I was born into. And I love the fact that we have a president that stands for the American people first. People will disagree. People will say he's committing crimes and this, and he's been impeached. Show me the proof. Show me the paper. Put it on paper. You guys have wasted more of our tax dollars and more time chasing wild goose chases because of your hatred for Mr. President Donald Trump, our president, your president, my president. The hatred that you folks have for our president. You have wasted my money, your own tax dollars, chasing ghosts, chasing things that aren't there. Shadows. You're chasing shadows. You have no proof. There is none. He's looking out for your rights. And all you want to do is hate and trash talk. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. No, it's not funny, but I'll tell you what, it's funny to me that our own American people, red-blooded Americans, born in the same country I was, they have such different values. Yeah, so there you have it. I am not a Trump lover. I am an American lover. I love America. I love this country. And I love the fact that we have a president that takes the American people first and foremost. Number 44, send 150 billion dollars to Iran. And then they bought missiles that they shot at our own people with. I don't know. That just doesn't seem right to me. Seems a little askew. And yet, you defend, oh my gosh, tooth and nail. And yet, the one that comes in is trying to preserve your rights for your kids and your grandkids, and you say he's a criminal. He's not the best speaker, but he loves this country and he loves the American people. All right. This isn't China. They can leave. You know, here's the deal. So today I saw a bunch of stuff, a bunch of propaganda, a bunch of BS, and a bunch of stuff posted up. And I saw a bunch of people that were siding with Soleimani. I think it's Soleimani or something to that effect. But anyway, siding with this character and saying that he was murdered by President Donald Trump. So we, the American people, murdered him apparently because he killed our people. I had this conversation a little while ago when we started this. If you take an oath, well, let's not even go there. If you're just a person and there's a bad guy, and let's just use this because this is a common thing that goes on today. Instead of using bombs, let's just say there's a guy, he's in your supermarket with a gun, any kind of gun, and he is shooting people because they're there shopping, trying to buy food for their kids. And he just starts shooting people. And nobody does anything. He just lets him shoot people and you wait your turn. Maybe you pray to the God that you say don't exist, that you're saved. Maybe you just stand there. No, you take care of the problem. You don't just let them keep killing you and killing you and killing you. Why is it okay for them to kill you, but it's not okay for you to kill him back? Does that make any sense to you? I know that didn't, but does the concept make any sense to you? That it's okay for them to kill us, but it's not okay for us to go kill them? I wonder what those people that were jumping out of the Twin Towers September 11th, 2001, I wonder what those people that were jumping out to keep from burning to death, choosing to jump out and end their life instead of being burnt to death. I wonder if those people wanted to, as they're plunging to their death, I wonder if they're praying that the people that just attacked them didn't die and they were okay. I wonder. What's your thoughts on that? You think they wanted to side with the terrorists? I'm gonna go ahead and give my thought. I think they didn't. I think they wouldn't have. Okay, they wanted to live. They didn't want to die. Those people wanted to live. They came in and they killed us. Thousands. Hundreds of firefighters died trying to save lives. They wanted to live, yet those people came on our soil and killed our people for no reason. Do you know why they did it? Do you know what the reason was? Because they hate us. Because they hate Western civilization. They hate Christian. They hate us. They hate freedom. They hate what we stand for. That's why they did it. So, is that okay? No, I'm going to say it's not. I'm going to put this thing up here that I found today. And this is talking about Soleimani. Posted by a lady, Skyrider 4538. I'm Iranian by birth. Iranians are happy. Do you realize that this guy... Okay, so Iranians are happy because of his death, all right? Do you realize that this guy was a psychopath? Part of a group that tortured, raped, sodomized its own citizens? Do you have any freaking clue, or do you just want attention? Soleimani makes Harvey Weinstein look like a saint. Let that sink in. Is it true? Is this, it came off of social media. Is it true? It could be, it could not be. I don't know. You have probably seen back in the day, well, maybe they still do show this on the news. I don't know. I haven't watched news since 2016. I gave up on the fake news. I gave up on being indoctrinated. But they used to show the torturing, the killing, the beheading on the news that goes on in those countries. I tend to believe that this kind of stuff probably did happen. And they do their own citizens. They're not a peaceful people. Are there peaceful people that live there? Yeah, I'm sure there are. Like this lady. Let me take that down. Let's see what else we got. Let's try this one. I'm jumping on the conspiracy train. Iran had an earthquake. Coincidence? Right? I said in the beginning, I don't like war. I really don't. Nobody wants to kill people. They don't. It's just not human nature. If you get your jollies or get off or think it's cool to kill people, maybe you need to talk to somebody, because it's really not. We were born to be empathetic, sympathetic, but empathetic. And it's just those who don't are what she said, psychopathic. They have no conscience or they don't care. There are those, yes. Most people aren't that way, though. And so most people don't want to kill people. I'm one of them. I don't want to kill people. But I took an oath a long time ago. And if it's my life or somebody else's at the grocery store or the bad guys, that bad guy's going down. And I'm not going to feel bad about it. There's a difference than just being a murderous creature going out and just killing people. There comes a time when you have to do that. And I have a son that's in the military, he's in the Navy, and I don't want to see him go out and get blown up or his ship sunk or something in a war type situation. But we need those people out there. And if that's what happened while he was protecting our freedoms, his grandkids, his kids, yours, then I could accept that. Would I want it to happen? No, no, hell no. But sometimes we have to go to war. When they bring the war to us, it's time. All right, enough about that. You got the idea. So I didn't want this talk to sound like I'm just, oh man, yeah, let's just go kill them all, like God sort them out. No, no, no. But I'm a firm believer in protecting our people. I'm a firm believer in protecting our freedoms. And all of this craziness I put in there about craziness, it's just crazy. When I said this earlier on, and I'm going to reiterate it and say it again. The Democratic Party of today isn't what it used to be. They have gone so far left that even their own people are jumping over. They've had democratic I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but we've had Congress people in Congress and whatnot that have traded. They don't want no part of the Democratic Party again. Even I saw a video of former President Obama telling the left that they have gone way too far left. That's crazy. There's a problem. Houston, we have a problem. You've gone way too far left when you want to take out your own people. We don't want to live under the regime. I don't want people coming to my door telling me I have to go to the funeral or I'm going to get beheaded. I don't want nobody cutting my head off. I kind of like it. It's getting old. Not as pretty as it once was, but it's my head and I want it to be attached to my shoulders. I don't want to live like that. I'm confident to say I won't. But I don't want my grandkids to either. If we have to fight and we have to have war, let's do it right now. I don't want my kids to have to. I don't want my grandkids to have to. United we stand, divided we fall. Been hearing that for years. Learned about it in school. You don't learn in school today what we learn. The whole curriculum is different nowadays. We had history and government and language arts and science and stuff like that. Shop. We had shop. We got to learn how to work with our hands. Either woodworking, metal shop, welding. You could go in and build a dresser in one class and go build a iron shelf in the next class and go rebuild a motor in the next class. Now they're too worried about teaching our kids about the Quran. Why would we be teaching that in our schools? We do not know. Japan has it figured out. Their government is small. And they tolerate OBS. There's nothing wrong with standing up for and enforcing your belief system, your beliefs. The problem I have with it is when you want to force your beliefs on me. Other problem I have is when we have American people standing with the enemy and not backing American people. There's a problem with that. Golden Globe Awards. That was the other topic I was going to bring up. Ricky, I can't remember his last name, said it best. I'm not even going to try to quote him. I was going to have him up here and put him on, but I didn't find the thing. Like I said, I was busy and I didn't get to it. So I'm sure you all have heard it. You've seen it. It's all over Facebook, and putting the actors in their place. That needed to happen. We don't care. We don't care that they want to make us a third world country. We don't pay them for their opinion. We pay them for their talent. Act. Do your show. Don't try to force your ideologies, your sick hatred for America on us. All right. I think we're about done with this. Anybody, any more comments? Let me look at the comments here. I haven't even been paying attention to them. I just kind of had a mission tonight. Had a talk kind of planned out that I'd been working on in my head most of the day. Had a lot of time today behind the windshield, and there you have it. Those are my thoughts. In closing, I'm just gonna say, if you can't stand with the country you live in, maybe it's time you live in the country that you support. Peace.